Hi there, welcome back to Sailing NV. You might remember that we're currently stuck in Borneo due to engine issues. After removing the head, we discovered that it was warped and the valves were corroded. So in this video we'll be machining the head and replacing the valves. Join us as we follow the whole procedure. We'll find out at the end if the head can withstand the repairs and still function properly.
If it's not bent, I'm very happy, but I don't think to be so lucky.
It's bent.
It's bent, yeah, it's bent. But is still fixable or?
Yeah, still fixable, but the thickness you have to check with your manuals, see what is the minimal thickness that allows for the engines to run together.
Okay,
Because,
have to check in the manual.
Check with the Perkins manuals. Yeah, and then remeasures the thickness, what is the actual thickness, and
Okay. There is something sure. If there is one place they can do something for save our engine, is this place. They know exactly what they have to do. If you watch around, this is what they do. It's a refitting head of the engine. I'm very happy to have find. The problem now, if we can forward, also have no sense because we're looking for the new engine. But this is the condition. What? No. The manager, I wanna cry, but they have only 2 years, but immediately I can see. Watch what they do. This is the reason why I don't come out. It's very bend. When I say that this phone is like a tools, I don't joke. On the app attrezzi, tools, we have a compass. What's the torch? The torch is many lumens, and really for do the job is very good. This torch, for what I remember, arrive at 18 meters. It's very helpful for the kind of life we do it. After we have measured the angle, we can try to check if the engine is flat or stuff like this. It's quite interesting. The magneton, oh, that is nice. That is what we need for work, you see? What's the quality? We can try to check our valve. I want to show you with the magneton. You can see, you see? This is very helpful for our job. Watch the condition. This one is not so bad. Yeah, it's crazy. Joe called me in my new phone. Hello, Joe? I'm feeling very safe when I have a black view in one place like that, because if I fall down or be in dangerous, is more ready. It's a very rugged phone.
Back on board, the engineers check if the main engine cylinder block is also warped. Before evaluating, the burnt old head gasket must be removed using a scraper. A straight edge, often a precision metal bar, is placed across the surface of the engine head. Then feeler gauges, thin metal strips of different thicknesses, are inserted between the straight edge and the engine head. If the gap between the straight edge and the head varies, it indicates warping. Luckily for us, it was straight, so the damage is confined only to the engine cylinder head. Back in the engine machine shop.
The patient di trasport in the operatory room, in the surgery room. We are in very high quality hospital for engine. Last time in Fiji, when we rebuilt the engine, we're not machinery, we just sending with the with the crystal glass, and for remade the housing of the valve, our mechanic used one drill and the valve with one pastry made for sanding the housing, is spinning the valve on the housing, and the valve and the housing, they work up to when they perfect shaping. Now can be better. They go to machining the head, making the perfect surface, and machining the housing with the new valve. And we can wish to have the very, very good compression. But we know only when we finish to rebuild that we try to start the engine.
There is a limit to how much remachining an engine head can tolerate. If you machine too much, the valves may come into contact with the pistons. Here we find signs of corrosion, likely caused by the broken gasket and the faulty heat exchanger.
It's not very nice. We know from the beginning this engine stay below the water for one long period. We don't know much, but we notice when in Fiji we rebuild the engine, half of the flywheel shows sign of corrosion. All boats stay half full of water for one period. We don't know much. We know the owners before us buy the boat in Sydney, and the boat be anchored there on the moorings for a long time. That is what is. We are happy. We go to continue forward. We're looking for one engine, guys. We already sent many mail, but we still not find one good agreement with any kind of company. We want to start to talk about sail, rigging, and what we really love is sailing fast on the ocean. It's not so deep. It's not so deep, but there is one here. There is also one here. Here is corroded everywhere. Tell me something, guys. Good or no? No. Good. We can fix it everything here.
The valve seats were machined and the valves were replaced.
Yeah.
Here they're inserting the new valve guides.
Yeah.
After conducting a compression test, we found that 2 of the valves didn't hold pressure, so the valve seats needed to be remachined. Here, they compress the valve springs to insert the 2 half rings or valve keepers that secure the valves inside the spring assembly. If you'd like to support us on Patreon or with a one-off donation, I'll put the links in the description. Thank you. If you enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate it if you could like, comment, share it with your friends, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future episodes. It was a long day for everyone. Thanks a lot to the team at ES Jesselton Engineering.